Did he really get stabbed that many times?
All right, back with some more Upchurch. Mud to Gold. Let's get into it.
Like mud to gold, mine's in this soul. And I bring that soul, and I will never get old. I'm turning mud into gold. Like mud to gold, mine's in this soul. And I bring that soul, and I will never get old. I'm turning mud into gold.
All right, so this is a whole different look for Upchurch.
Yeah.
Whole different look.
It's a more, well, I bet he's gonna rap.
Yeah, he might, but this is like, there's a whole different skill set he has. You know what I mean? They showing off here.
Mm-hmm.
What would this be? It's probably not country. I don't know. I'm not even trying to classify it.
They said though they classify his music as hip hop.
Really?
Yeah, like country
Hip-hop.
rap. Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, because that sounds kind of country, but kind of like when rappers just rap slow. Like I couldn't really like.
Sound like Nelly, honestly.
It's his own thing. He made something new. I couldn't really classify it.
Being from St. Louis, to me,
country grammar.
Country grammar, like Nelly. I feel like that's like he could probably be hip hop, like hip hop.
So him and Nelly could do a collab.
I
like
would
Nelly
love
did
to
one
hear
with
it.
Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. This is like such a cool lane.
Dripping in this swamp water with the snakes, I'm not bothered. I done been backstabbed in the front, back, and in the head, but it's good, pot. And I ain't no beginner. Ain't nobody's paid for dinner. I ain't perfect, I'm a sinner. Underground, so warn the devil. All I am is a hellion, raising hell, rocking medallions, and 90s mother.
Underground, so warn the devil.
Ooh. Ooh.
Bars.
He been backstabbed in the back, in the front, in the head. I was like, did he really get stabbed that many times?
He's got some funny bars.
He does.
I mean, he was joking.
He said he's in the swamp water. He doesn't care about snakes.
I wouldn't say joking, but I would say it was like metaphorical.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He was playing. Playing with you.
Right. Cutting up.
Cutting up. He cutting up.
So warn the devil. All I am is a hellion, raising hell, rocking medallions, and 90s models, cars that are holding some hellacious engines. Hell no, this ain't no pretending. My vengeance comes with no mentions. I'm sicker than dirty
He's
coke.
gold.
Syringes stuck in you bitches. Yeah, you think I'm the cure. And then you all die. I'm asleep in my bed. Still blinking one eye. Still thinking of lines to casting the pines for ones like me who live the same life. Just country motherfuckers in a town with a town way behind, but we still make it shine as like mud to gold. Mine's in this soul. And I bring that soul. And I will never get old. I'm turning mud into gold. Like mud to gold.
Okay, so is this mud to gold about like having nothing and making something out of it?
I think so.
This is the same thing you always say about like living in the streets, like thugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But in the first Upchurch one we did, you were talking about how you thought thugs and hillbillies would get along.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like this is that same energy. You're always talking about it with like living in the streets in the city.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like you think it's so popular in hip hop culture because it's like turning nothing, like, oh, we don't care what you think of us, you know, like, it's like swag from nothing and people love it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
mud to gold. Is that what this is about too? Like,
I think so. And it's
the country version of swag from nothing and people love it.
Yeah, it's like I guess mud could be replaced with like grime. You know what I mean? Or like dirt. You know how people like came out the dirt, came out the mud.
And people literally say that.
Yeah. So I feel like
people say that you're from the streets in the city. Got it out the mud.
Oh, okay.
That's literally a phrase.
So there it is. It's the same. It's already the same. He's taking a bath and he's gold. That's so funny.
Right.
A bath in the woods.
I hope people don't get mad. Is it like gold face or something?
Changing
colors. Changing colors. You never know. You are not allowed to change colors.
label owners don't fucking get it. If I sign to slavery, I'll be shoved up and dust collected for fucking ages. Cause you can't see no vision. Your mind is not connected. You've been blinded by Ferraris, parties, and coke-based ass records. Everything is, everything is, stars are made for walking in the trenches.
What did he just say?
I feel like that was like low-key a shot to Migos or something. You know, that was like, huda.
Yeah.
Huda with the huda. You like the ad-libs be like...
He's funny.
Right, it's just funny how he did that.
I want to hear that again.
Is not connected. You've been blinded by Ferraris, parties, and coke-based ass records. Everything is, everything is, stars are walking in the trenches, and it seems y'all are forgetting. Raps about to fucking come up. Where the fuck your asses come from? What you had to conquer transferred over into a bunch of small words. For a big impact on people, cause that's your position is leader. Yeah, I'm white and country, spit tobacco like a gunslinger. Yeah.
Oh, I got goosebumps. He's serious.
Spit tobacco like a gunslinger. Yeah, I like the message, especially in this part where he's talking about people forgot their vision and sold out for like Ferraris and things like that, like signing the slave contracts. Like everyone knows artists sign terrible contracts.
Yeah. To be shelved up too. Like,
right.
After they're, you know, the hottest
like you can
thing.
make stuff and your label could decide not to release it.
Yeah.
Like, it's up to them.
Yeah.
Like they own you.
Can you imagine as an artist, like literally this is what you do and you spend all this time doing it and they're like, that just, not the mood of the culture.
Right.
Like you literally aren't allowed to put that's like freedom of speech. Like you're literally not allowed to put what you want to put out.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
But they basically own you. I like how he said rap is about the come up and where you people come from or whatever. Because I feel like it is. Like literally there's so many people who don't have like very interesting stories or like very, very big struggles, you know? And I feel like rap is supposed to be like the interesting story and the struggle and the come up. But then now it's like all these like, you know, sort of random people who like create a sort of story to ride with that's not even like, you know what I mean? It's like where you come from.
I mean, like everyone has a story, right?
Yeah.
Some stories are more interesting than others. I feel like that's what people make up stories. Like you're talking about a bunch of people come in making up stories.
Yeah.
Fake gangster this, 6ix9ine type stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like
I know a lot of people I just know if they sat there telling their stories, like everyone has stories, but it's just like they're very boring. Like they're just very like.
So should they be allowed to rap?
They should be allowed, but it's like some of these people on the radio don't like their stories are not what they used to be in the 90s, and you know what I mean.
But you don't have to be broke to be a rapper.
You don't.
Like Childish Gambino.
But I feel like he's saying basically they don't have heart in it. Like sometimes
right.
that story builds character sort of thing, and then it's like modern day rappers, a lot of them just show up and do a bunch of crazy stuff, and then there's no heart in it.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm saying I don't think you have to be broke to be a rapper.
No, I don't think so.
Or you at least don't have to be broke to start rapping.
Yeah.
Like Childish Gambino, his story is interesting.
Right, it is.
Silver Spoon Coon or whatever, you know, they call him and whatnot, because he was born with money, or raised with money at least.
Right.
But you had to conquer, transferred over into a bunch of small words for a big impact on people, cause that's your position is leader. Yeah, I'm white and country, spit tobacco like a gunslinger. Yeah, I'll put you through the ringer. Don't ever shit talk my people or preacher will shoot and not think twice about the bullets later.
Not playing.
Man, I got so many goosebumps. That was interesting. I didn't think I would get goosebumps on a song like this. But he means business.
Right, I feel like that's a song for his people. Like an anthem, you know?
Yeah.
But he put his heart into that.
He means business.
And like, so far, every song we listened to from him has been good. But this one just is different. I feel like he's pouring his heart out on how he feels. People probably talk mad trash on country people and all this kind of stuff, judge them. Like, you know, city people love to judge country people.
But it's weird because it's like if they only gave each other a chance, like they would actually probably get along really well. Like similar principles.
Some
I
people.
feel like similar
some
morals.
people would not.
Some people would not, but I feel like
some people like, ew, dust. Oh, mud. Oh, my God. You know what I mean? Like, some people just would not. Would not. Some people hate to get dirty. It's funny though, because after we did that video, I think it was the first Upchurch video. We talking about mudding.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went back to St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I was playing with my nephew, and when he was playing with the water gun or whatever,
Oh my gosh.
made a bunch of mud. Then he started jumping around and rolling around in the mud.
Yeah, he started smearing it. He was just like, I'm dirty. I'm dirty.
Yeah, he was having a great time. We were just talking about how mudding is like the
was
adult
right.
version of kids playing in the mud. And it's like 5 days later.
Yeah.
I'm not playing in the mud, but I'm with my nephew. He's playing in the mud. I'm trying not to get dirty.
Right.
But it's
and
like,
I was holding his
kids
little
playing in the
brother.
mud.
I was like holding his little brother, and we're like standing on the balcony looking at him. His little brother's like, get it. He's like yelling at him. He's just like, yeah. He's a little baby. Aw.
But no, I know a lot of city people who definitely judge country people, for sure.
But
Let's
it's just,
be honest.
I feel like, okay, I get it. The cultures are very different. They are. But I feel like on the sort of principles of like hard work and like taking care of your family and like being proud of your culture, you know what I mean? Coming from nothing and making something of yourself, like all those things are like identical. You know?
Yeah, but a lot of people live in the city don't come from nothing.
Well, okay, what do you mean? Like hoods, or you mean like just
No,
cosmopolitan?
no, I mean like cosmopolitan.
Oh,
like
I'm
city
talking about.
folk.
I'm talking
You know
about
what I mean?
hood.
You're talking about the hood. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely,
No, I'm not
cosmopolitan
talking-
people probably can't stand.
To be
either
honest,
one.
most of the people I know from the hood are not very judgmental in general.
Right?
It's like even if you talk politics with people from the hood, they're more open-minded than people from like the county or like the city part that's not the
Yeah.
hood. That's been
You'd
my
be
experience.
surprised.
That's
It's
been my
like-
experience.
It's almost
Way
like
less judgmental.
it's almost like the sort of becoming cosmopolitan, like getting the nicer this or nicer that.
Right.
It almost like
keeping up with the
sorta-
Joneses kind of vibe.
Yeah, it almost
That's where-
detaches people. From
Yeah, that's
like,
where I get most of the judgment. Like people judge me the most,
Yeah.
usually in that kind of area.
Same. It's really strange because it's like
And it's not all of them, but like the ones
Yeah.
that do judge me are usually from that.
even amongst my relatives, like half of my relatives are like, you know, their their parents pay for the college education and they're like, you know, bougie. And then half my relatives are country people. Literally, my granny grew up on a farm and, you know, I grew up picking greens on a farm with her and like, you know what I mean? I love to wear I get that from that side of the family. I love to wear overalls and stuff like that. And literally, it's just like that side, the countryside is so much more like, if you're here, your family.
Yeah,
This is what
so
we
much more
eat.
welcoming.
Like, you know, whatever, give me a hug. Like, they, you know
Yeah,
what I
like
mean?
they warmed up to me instantly when we first started
Instantly.
dating. The other side still hasn't to this day.
To this day.
But those are the people who always judge me the most. Always.
Like the countryside at my dad's funeral, they're like, Brad, you family, sit in the front row with the family. And the bougie side, it's like at my dad's funeral, they want to go visit their parents' graves and they don't even want you in a picture.
Yeah, they were like,
At
oh,
the
Brad, don't
same-
get in the picture. I didn't even try to
Don't
get
get in the
it.
picture with the gravestone with the people I don't even know.
Right.
At the same, this is the same funeral and then procession, like the same day, all that happened. You know? So it's just, yeah. It's like the cosmopolitan does make people like, don't touch my car, it's too nice.
It does.
It's weird.
What else
You
we got?
cutting up.
What else we got on this? What else?
Ah, man. What else should we do from Upchurch?
Mud to
We
go.
like Upchurch. I feel like you know when you like an artist pretty much right away. Like, some artists, it's like, you give them, you know what I mean? You feel them out. And some people, it's like, I like
you
that.
know instantly.
Yeah. He's like, we instantly.
I feel like NF was like that and Tom McDonald
Yeah.
was like that
Yeah.
too. Like we knew instantly.
Yeah.
But okay, so if stuff hit the fan with society,
Mm-hmm.
where
Ooh.
would you want to be? With your country friends or with your cosmopolitan friends?
Oh, absolutely the country.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Country folks know how to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cosmopolitan, it's like, y'all don't realize without all these blue collar workers,
Right.
you wouldn't have your, like, you know, cappuccino and your nice, you know,
Right.
high-rise apartment and the streets cleaned. And, like, it functions because people are willing to get dirty.
Right.
Definitely with the country folks.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with either. Like, cosmopolitan, it has its place. You know, we have a lot of nice things because of cosmopolitan society, too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Technology, YouTube, all this kind of stuff. But we also have infrastructure that doesn't come from the
Right.
whole cosmopolitan vibe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right?
We have food on our table.
Right. It comes from farms.
Right.
Like, I feel like people really don't get that. Like, it's so, like, made into, like, pretty little packaging, whatever, that they don't understand it came from farms.
Right.
Like, they
Came from
literally...
the people you're judging.
Right. They literally don't get the connection. So, yeah, I would love to see, like, the hood and, you know, the backwood unite.
Oh, that would be crazy.
That would be so cool. And it would be quite interesting for the course of history.
Right? I'm just saying we should judge each other less.
We should.
I feel like people would get along largely.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, I feel like, would get along.
I think so.
Except if you're super snooty, then you don't get along with many people at all. But I thought most people would get along.
It's almost like it doesn't... It's like people who aren't likable often have, like, horrible morals, and they have, like, horrible... Like, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of goes... It just, like, snowballs from there. Like, if they're not likable, then you probably wouldn't like how they live their life, how they treat people. And like, so those people can just go be on an island together, and everyone else can just, you know what I'm saying, ride out.
All right, that's all I have on this.
All right, thanks guys for watching this video with us. Comment below your thoughts, any other Upchurch songs that we should check out. And even if there's like a list of like what orders we should check them out in or whatever, you know, if there's a journey or something, we would love to see it. Yeah, subscribe to the channel for more. And until next time, that's a wrap.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. We to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't know.